as you. I love you.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. It's Dylan, and yes, I am aware that I am wearing a hat for the second video in a row, mainly just because I didn't feel like doing my hair for this video, but also too because I just got this hat and I feel really cute in it. Whatever, it's a thing. As we are aware, it is finally fall, and what comes with fall is the very, very, very expected, but like we also like low-key enjoy it, fall-ish kind of videos. So I thought I would jump on that bandwagon as well, because that's what I do. That's what I do best. I just jump on the bandwagon. I wanted to do a fall room decor video because a lot of you guys seem to like my last room decor video, and I enjoyed doing that video too because it also kind of like low-key gave me the motivation to clean my room. About that time again for me to clean my room. So pretty much is what I'm saying. But no, a lot of you guys seem to like that video, and I love doing fall room decor things because I find it just gets you in the mood as well. So why not do a fall room decor video? Before we get into this video, be sure to go hit that subscribe button down below, the bell notification, so you get notified when I post videos, because I seem to have like a hard time posting consistently, so it's always good to like be notified when that happens. Yeah, and also be sure to go hit that like button down below, the thumbs up, go hit it. So yeah, let's get into this video. So the first DIY is probably one of my favorites, just because I always love changing out my pictures each season. So there are different ways of approaching this DIY, and what I end up doing is printing out this phrase, which if you do not know Mean Girls, then this will probably not make any sense to you, but I found it was kind of a perfect play on words, or like a kind of a pun for Halloween. But anyways, after printing it out, I cut it and glued it to the glass just to give it that shadow box effect. Also, be sure to use a light layer of glue so it dries evenly and clear on the glass. Then after that, I just went over the outside of the glass with some black paint, and while it was wet, I put some black glitter over it. And yes, before anyone says anything about men having glitter things in their room, men are allowed to have glitter things in their room. It's 2017. Let's get over it. Moving on, next DIY is very simple and super quick. So rather than buying pine cones at Michael's or wherever, which can cost you like $10 or so, because it is fall, you can definitely find some pine cones lying around. Like, trust me, if I found some, you can definitely find some. And so I grabbed about 6 or so around that, and with a sponge brush, I just dabbed some glue all over it, making sure it's evenly coated. Then yes, with some more glitter, I'm pretty sure it's obvious that I got a good deal on glitter. I'm just slightly obvious, just a little bit. But anyways, with some orange and gold glitter, I just covered the pine cones with it. Then this part right here actually came about when I was trying to dry the pine cones, and it actually changed the whole DIY. So with some twine, I just wrapped the stems of the pine cones to just let them hang, and it created this whole string along thing, which we literally see in every single home decor store that we go into, and I actually did it in my last DIY video, one very similar to it. And then in the spaces between the pine cones, I just grabbed some fall colored leaves and attached them there, and it kind of gave this whole outdoorsy look to it. So yeah, and then once you've done that, you are done, and you can literally put this like in your office space or your bedroom, wherever you want, but I find it just gives it like a little fallish look. And of course, you can't do a fall DIY without some pumpkins, so I end up getting this bag of like baby pumpkins from my grocery store, but you can definitely get them from afar, whichever one is closer to you. And then with this green styrofoam ball and wooden spikes, which I got from Michael's, I just pierced the bottom of the pumpkins and arranged them on the wall. And then the very last step, because pumpkins are not even and there's going to be some gaps in between, I just end up putting some leaves in those spaces just to fill it up. Now personally, I would have loved to use some green moss. That's what I actually had in mind at the beginning, but because moss is a little pricey at Michael's and there was no coupons, I just ended up using the leaves because, I mean, they were free. The next pumpkin DIY is something I feel like we have 100% for sure seen on Tumblr, but I thought we all needed a little reminder of it. So with the small pumpkins, I just got some acrylic paint and painted them all over. And just a little tip, I found it actually helped avoid smudges, and the drying process was a lot easier by using the wooden spikes from the pumpkin arrangement. Now, there are some people who are probably rolling their eyes at this DIY, and I actually rolled my eyes too when I first came up with the idea of it. But honestly, if you are looking for like a cheap way to add some fall decor to your room without spending a lot of money, but also want to give it an elevated look, I highly recommend picking like a color palette such as like black and whites, warm tones, pastels, whichever one fits your aesthetic, and I guarantee you will look at this DIY completely different because it actually just adds such a nice look to your room. Like, I was pretty surprised. And then finally, the last DIY isn't something really you can see, but rather smell. So if you burn candles like crazy, like me, but hate the smell of smoke afterwards when you blow it out, this is literally the perfect DIY for you then. So what I did was get a pot, fill it with about 2 to 2.5 cups of water, and then I put 2 cinnamon sticks, half a teaspoon of allspice, nutmeg, pumpkin spice, and cloves, and put that on the stove to boil. Now, you don't have to use those exact measurements, but I highly recommend not going over it because, for one, the longer it boils, the more of a smell it gives off, but also, two, from those measurements alone, it pretty much filled my whole house with that really nice fall aroma. I guess that's what it's called. So that is pretty much it. If you guys like this video, go give it a thumbs up, and be sure to go hit that subscribe button, and yeah, see ya.